Posting now. Alright, this is a thing that exists now, maybe. Are we going? Cool, it says live. I'll have to pop out chat in a second. Let me share this with the Discords. Hello, Panda. Pandemonium or Mr. Panda? Okay. there are a handful of pandas. Hello! Yeah. It's like they knew this would happen, which, you know, we didn't even know this was happening for a minute. Alright, where's chat? There's chat. Awesome. Cool, I have myself muted there. We'll do pop-out chat so I can look at that. And also OBS at the same time. There's the chat. Alright. Oh goodness. There are a lot of people just poured in here out of nowhere. Hello to everybody who just showed up. We're gonna do Hammershots. 5 of them. We recently bought 11 Hammershots for $2.50 each, and so why not, you know, make half of them a little nicer. Done a wonderful job on this weekend there. Thank you! We try so hard. It's harder than we thought it would be, but we really appreciate the support. It's very nice. How's Valentine's going with your lady? I mean, we haven't been up very long, but probably cook something nice tonight, have some couch time. I got a thumbs up. Awesome. Have you missed much? No, you have missed nothing. I haven't even unscrewed any Hammershots yet. Boomtendo, at some point, yes, I do want to try one of your cylinders, but none of these are getting cylinders today because then the stream would be entirely sanding, and that's not a thing that I want to do. Even if it wasn't on stream, I don't like sanding. That's the worst part of any mod. Michelle does all of the sanding because I hate how it feels. Like, the paper warms up underneath your fingers and it's disgusting. Ugh, just like thinking about it, I'm getting like shivers. It's awful. Yep, got these on Walmart clearance, $2.50 each. It was insane. So I'm just doing the worker Hammershot spring. Nothing crazy. Not removing the AR because they're going to be used by my local club as loaners, so, you know, they're going to be dry fired all the time. I'd like to extend their life if possible. Hoards it like it's... Oh, my Boomco ammo? Yeah, I do hoard that like it's precious because it kind of is. Rival Balls, Boomco, and Vortex, I mark them all because they're actually worth money. Darts we don't even bother picking up if we're at other clubs. Like, obviously we pick them up off the ground, but we don't bother taking any home because they're that cheap. Cool, so I think I'm gonna get started now. Homely, you're teaching. What do you teach? I didn't know you were a teacher. I've got this sweet magnetic mat that's supposed to be whiteboard, but we left it on too long, so now it's permanent. And a bit of glue or something? Epoxy, maybe? Let me know if the screwdriver is too obnoxious. Do I prefer NIC or Sambo? Most of the Bay Area games are like a 150 cap. I much prefer, I actually prefer lower caps because it fits my playstyle better. I run and I flank, so I like when there's lots of cover and lots of different corridors to choose from. So I think actually one of the best maps that I've played is probably Nobucon's Vintage High School, because you can go like there's like 3 different ways you can sneak around, and like even if you're playing melee there, you can be pretty deadly. Yeah, Boomco isn't as expensive as other ammo, but it is hard to find. When I find it on sale, I buy a ton of it. I've given away some to Brett because he asked nicely, and I like Brett. Nail varnish remover should sort out the board, probably. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. Because we have a couple different of these boards. Like this one over here already had screws on it, so I decided not to use that one. But we have a couple of them that we've like gridded off like that, and we've written on like this section is this blaster, because we always have 1,000 blasters open at the same time, because of course we do. All your base, welcome to the stream. I am doing just a Hammershot spring. Nothing fancy. I'm just doing 5 of them. Cool, that came out super easy. I've actually never opened a Hammershot before, so whee! Do I have to take this off? Probably. These the same? Dope. They're the same. Does that not do anything at all? There we go. You think the drape is washing out stuff? Is that the right side of the drape or no? Both sides. Okay. I can only get this part of this side. Oh goodness. Alright, bad news. I can't get it all the way. And Michelle's saying that I like drawing the blaster and putting the screws in the screw holes. Yes, I very much like being able to do that. Especially when the blaster has like several different sizes of screw. Why won't you just come off? What were you even going into? Alright, we're just gonna pop that like that. Hopefully that makes it easier to get in. Can anyone think of any use for old Hammershot springs? I mean, we'll probably save them, but... Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Like, is the lighting bad? Like...
It's kind of bad.
Yeah, it is a little dark there. What if I just work more up here?
Okay.
Alright. Alright, well that was easy enough. What mod do you suggest for beginners? Well, I've never opened a Hammershot before, and I've already got this spring in here, so this looks pretty beginner friendly. One of the stripes are a little more complex in terms of sourcing your components. There's just so many options that you need to do a ton of research, but it's also one of the most well documented blasters. So any questions you have, you can find the answers for easily, and I think that is really important for being beginner friendly. What are you doing? Need a desk lamp. We have a lamp over here, but it's terrible and it gets hot, and I'm afraid I'll touch it and burn myself. Also, yeah, it gets in the way. Alright, when you say that torsion spring, I'm assuming you mean the one that's like under the switch there. It's like, I don't know if it's visible at all. It's under there. If I don't move the switch, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we'll do it later. Alright, so now I have to decide if I want to grease the O-ring while I'm in here. Yeah, this one's easy enough. Alright, so we'll not lose this little rod and this torsion spring. Oh yeah, that's probably not something that can easily find a replacement for. It's a weird shape. So I think this all comes out as one piece, right? Very cool. Cool, so I'm actually going to take this spring back off so I can easily reach. Alright, how can I get to that without breaking things? Can that slide forward? Not really. Unless I got rid of that, but I don't want that to move. Oh, I see what happens. That goes all the way down. Can I pull it back more?
I didn't think you had to take that out.
I probably didn't, but it helps me look at more sides of it, so. There we go. That's how we do it. Whee! I should have found the grease first. Here it is. Any chance of making it to HVZ at OSU on the 23rd? I don't know what OSU is. And the 23rd, I think, will probably be in Washington? At Luke's, right?
Yeah. I mean, weather pending.
So is OSU the game that we may or may not be attending? Or
99% not knowing unless we're bailing on Luke on the other day.
okay. So
We already committed,
we're either going or we're helping Luke move. It'll probably be helping Luke move.
we're not a big fan. Valor asked me to show you this.
Ryan, this is a shout out for Riley. Thank you for watching. We definitely appreciate it. Ooh, Valor, that paint job is dope.
That's the one, yeah. It's not as good for
But I can say that it's dope, and whoever it's for is going to be really happy. Ooh, I think it'll be much appreciated. I should have got a paper towel. Instead, I'm wiping this on my pants.
It's the same way they ran at Rackfest. It's just
Very nice. Foam Fest, when is it? Foam Fest is in March 9th in Wigan in the UK. I really wish that I could go. Oh wait, trigger on first or this on first?
we could
Crap.
go. It's I wish it made financial sense for us to go.
Okay, yeah, that's a more fair way to say it. How the heck did this go on before?
And we can always just get very dressed here.
I just confused the daylights out of myself because I took my eyes off it for too long and now nothing makes sense. I have a solution. I have more Hammershots. I can just open the other one.
And then take that one apart and then forget how it works.
Yeah, probably. I could Google an image of just what a Hammershot looks like without this other side of the shell on, or I can open another one that needs to be opened anyway.
You know what we should have done is run that table.
See you, Boomtendo. Thanks for joining. Testing Mantis has his tickets for Foam Fest, and I am jelly. Exclusive what? What?
Someone else.
Oh. With me right now, no, but there will be women in their shirts at Foam Fest, I think. Pretty sure. Oh, no, I do not have them. Thank you, Red Eye Nerf. I don't think I ever said out loud this stream that Super Chats are going to the Bay Area Foam Sports, which is the Bay Area's league for the Blaster Tag Association 5v5 games. Our last game was awesome. We did Ion Rush inside of a sword fighting school, which was a really, really interesting location. And normally we play 5v5 King of the Hill, but the last game paid a lot more for the venue, and so need some money for insurance this year. But it's super, super fun, and if any of you are in the Bay Area, I would wholly recommending joining a team, you know, if you have the availability for it, and if you don't have the availability for joining a team, like, show up anyway, because honestly, the games are just as fun to watch as they are to play. Okay, so that does go in front, and the torsion spring is through this little hole. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, dude, Lowrine, I would be so, so happy. I love Resident Evil. I know people say that, like, the movies are bad, but those people are wrong. They're excellent movies, and that blaster looks dope. Michelle and I just very briefly talked about it. We decided that we're going to match all the donations on stream for raising money for the insurance for the Bay Area Foam Sports. So, woo!
Donate, make us go broke.
Why won't you go where you look like you go, you jerk? So you go there, and you go there, and you stop being weird. Go back in your home. All right, did I get everything in place? I think so. Wedding plans are sort of at a standstill at the moment. Can't do much without a venue, and our venue relies on a certain other event announcing its location. So we are in the waiting stage, which, you know, is fun. Sasa, the movies are not bad. Okay, maybe they're bad, but they're also good. I wholeheartedly enjoy my Resident Evil movie watching experience every single time. The first one is my favorite, but I have many special memories around the others. Is that spring supposed to be like inside of... Yep. Alright. We made our first mistake stream. This thing is supposed to be inside of there instead of hanging out. Because that's how torsion springs work. They have to be pushing against something or they don't do anything. Let's see if I can force it in or if I need to take it apart. Nope, gotta take it apart. Womp womp. How far is Walcom from us? It's about a 10-hour drive. This trip that we're going to be taking is probably going to be much longer because snow. Ryan, did you see Brett's Valentine's Day special this year? Because it may not be such a happy Valentine's Day for a certain dinosaur. Alright, so we're fixing our mistake by just repositioning that spring. Whee! Now I get to struggle with this again, lining it up, because it was not happy with me last time. Come on. Yeah, that makes sense. Live is... So I really, really like streaming. Streaming is much more fun than making videos, because I feel like I'm actually hanging out with you guys, and I enjoy that a ton. I do like making the videos too, and like reading you guys' comments and stuff, but it's just not the same as the immediate feedback. Like, we're having a conversation right now, and that is neat. What's Adriana's favorite blaster? My favorite blaster is probably the Twin Shock. It's just awesome. I fixed it. Everything is better now. Yeah, the Twin Shock is my favorite because it just, the prime feels so good. It's so long. And it's just, it's really hard not to be overly dramatic. And every Nerf war needs a little more drama. I think, so in the Bay Area, Mega is a shield buster. So there was one time that there was a little girl with a shield, and Michelle's out, and she comes around the corner, and she's like, "There's a shield right there," and I'm like, "I got this." Okay. I stopped watching chat for a little bit because I got excited about my Twin Shock. LARP this weekend, 2 Wars next weekend. Very nice. That's fun. How's Jangular doing? I hope he's doing okay. I think he's on track. How much FPS? I've honestly never done this, so I do not know. Probably not a ton, if we're being real. Is there a special way this clips in or anything? Let's look at my reference Hammershot. Yeah, there's kind of a way that it clips in. Oh, that's the problem. Boom. I had this little ridge knocking into something else. Alright, let's just hold this together while I don't want to dry fire it. Ugh. I'm gonna shoot underneath my desk. Honestly, it doesn't seem much better than a stock one. Let's give it one more go. Down here. Oh. That's not great. I wonder what is amiss. There's no darts in it. Alright, are we rotating properly? We are. So that should be lined up with the... So this hasn't slipped. The trigger works. This should be a better seal, not a worse one, since I've put more lube in there. It doesn't make... no.
Okay.
I definitely did not put the same spring back in. The worker springs are real shiny, and this is very not shiny. This is not everything that I had hoped for. Actually, that one was better. I don't know. Maybe it's just how I'm holding it together. Maybe it was just a little off, so...
It's only a small increase in power, and it's a front loader, so you're only going to get so much out of it.
Yeah, it was just the one shot that I took didn't leave the barrel.
Oh.
So I probably just wasn't holding it together correctly. Yeah, at Walmart, check out... So this is good advice for everyone. Go to brickseek.com, search Nerf, find whatever sweet deals you see on there, and then search your zip code and see if that applies to any of the Walmarts around you. I have never seen the prices be wrong, but the inventory is often wrong. So if it says like there's 1 or 2 left, keep low expectations.
And don't get mad at the employees if they can't find it. That's not their fault.
Yeah, don't get mad at the employees. I know theft is an issue at Walmart. Yeah, I want to, at some point, I think I want to paint a Hammershot because I bought a a resin hammer from Silver Fox Industries, and it looks really, really nice. But I don't want to put it in just any old hammer shot, you know? Gotta make up something nice. Broke Nerfing didn't get notified. Did you subscribe and hit the bell? The bell is so dumb. I actually don't think that I've ever hit the bell. I just check my subscriptions tab every day because the subscriptions tab should be the default thing. It's really, really annoying that it's not the default setting. Oh no, John is the day homesick. Well, hopefully you're not too sick to like play video games and stuff, because that's always the saddest. Oh, I got the screwdriver stuck. Oh, I thought there was a screw in there, and there was not. That would explain why the screwdriver got stuck. Whoops. There is one here. I appreciate you guys that have smashed the bell. I still feel so dumb every single time that I say something like that. I think one of my favorite pro ZD videos is like, wow, I really like this YouTube video that I just finished watching. If only there was some way that I could tell the creator that I enjoyed their content. And it'd be lovely if there was some way that I could see more of it in the future. I have no idea how to accomplish these things. It seems like lots of people have been really enjoying Apex. I know Michelle's been playing it a ton. She's been playing with a bunch of the other Nerf peeps, actually. Drac and Jangular and Silver Fox Ryan have all been playing together. Bobo just started and Bobo's terrible at it. I think it's... Can you see the Star Wars thing? It's working better. NorCal Nerf Club! Thank you very much for your donation. And if anyone new is in, all of the super chat donations are going to the insurance expenses for Bay Area Foam Sports, which is the Bay Area's 5v5 league. Our last game was an indoor one, so it ate up the funds a little bit. And any donations, Foam Blast is going to match, along with, you know, we're probably going to sponsor again, right?
For what?
The BTA stuff, we're probably just gonna be sponsoring again too.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool, cool. It's decided. Love the Foam Blast logo. Thank you. I made it. I actually made the long version first, and then we discovered that it doesn't fit well in a lot of places, like a more square format, so I made this version too, where it's all like... Oh no, it's flipped! Oh well.
Oh,
Did you notice that?
I did on the last stream and I fixed it.
I didn't notice until just now. Did you already talk about the Proton rounds? Not on this stream. They're super duper great for flywheelers. Like, it's a really good, cheap option for if you're building Proton Pack, which I wholly recommend. It's super fun. Alright. 1 hammer shot down. 4 to go. I do play Pokemon Go, Ryan. I don't feel like looking up my ID right now, but message the Phone Blast page. I'll send you my Pokemon ID. Alright. Am I doing dart post removal? I am not. There's gonna be loners at the club, and there's only full lengths in the bin. So just, I figured the dart post doesn't hurt anything when you're doing full lengths. What's up? Yeah, Michelle just pulled up the Foam Fest banners. They look pretty sweet. Are any of the Foam Fest organizers or people in the chat right now? Because thumbs up to you guys. Oh yeah, Monkeytron was in here. Yes, I see that now. They look pretty dope. I like them. What was he doing? Okay, swap the spring, lube the other thing, and then we win. I'm gonna lube it first this time. Boomtendo gave you one of the Boomco cylinders for your Hammershots. Tell me how well it works, because I am interested. I enjoy playing Boomco. Hi Zambona. These are not going to be shooting Boomco because these are going to be loners for our club, which doesn't have Boomco ammo in the pool because I hoard it like a jerk. So if anyone from my club is in here and they're like, oh, why don't we use Boomco? Well, because I'm a jerk who hoards ammo. That's why. Ooh. Almost out of this. There's grease, apparently. Alright. What did I miss in here? Probably a lot. Make it shoot hot dogs. Maybe I will save that for a mega mod. Yes. Oh no, that'd be an excellent summer video. Like, just shoot hot dogs onto the grill, and then we'll have a barbecue, and then I get to eat barbecued hot dogs. This is the perfect idea.
You do love barbecued hot dogs.
I do. When I eat barbecued hot dogs, I prefer them burnt. Like, extra black and crispy on the outside. Michelle thinks that I'm an insane person, but whatever. I like a lot of char on mine. Sabrina's saying she had a problem with the 3D printed Boomco cylinder. Boomtendo just left, so unfortunately he can't help you right now, and I haven't used it yet, so I am also of no help. But I hope that you can figure out how to get it working. Ooh! This one's like... Oh yeah, this one wasn't a new one, it was an old one. You can see it's all like rubbed off here. It is dirty inside of here, and I don't have paper towels. Hey Michelle, could you give me a paper towel? I'll love you forever. Happy Valentine's Day. Ba, 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 ba. Glad I got to give the dote here. I don't know what that means. Lowrine is nothing left to mod. Then what will I see on Instagram? I really enjoy following you on Instagram. You post interesting things. I like watching what you're doing. Big fan, big fan. Barbecue sauce in a super soaker. I actually love that idea. It's just a weird song. Yeah, I really like that idea. Barbecue sauce and super soaker. Might also do like ketchup and mustard and stuff.
Might be too thick. Shoot.
Well, then you just need to bore out the nozzle. Like, I don't think we'll be using these super soakers again. When have we ever used a super soaker in the first place?
We don't even have any.
No, we'd have to buy one. Actually, we do have a super soaker, but it's like a valuable super soaker.
Oh, it's that Han Solo one. Yeah.
No, not the Han Solo one. It's white and really big.
Oh yeah, I was gonna convert them into a rocket launcher. But we do have the Han Solo one, but I want to use that stuff.
Yeah, I like this idea. It's gonna be happening, I'm sure. Alright, so that is lubed up. We got a spring in. I didn't lose the trigger stuff this time, so isn't that exciting? Yeah, I'm not digging this song. We're skipping this. See you, Kravalith. Thanks for sticking around while you could. Nerf scene is lacking here in Florida. I know that a group just started around Orlando, which I was like, oh, of course, after I don't live there anymore. So, that's fun. I don't remember the name of it, though. But the SCNC is a fun group, too. I don't know if it's a good enough reason to move your whole life, but they're a good group. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I was skipping this song. Alright. I think there's a handful of people working on a mag adapter for the Hurricane, and I just think they all look hilarious. Oh, Michelle, do you have any updates on the availability of your Hurricane cage? No. All right. And lazy. You know that, yeah. I think we all feel that way often. I don't understand why this thing is just like fighting me. Are you too good for your home? Oh, I got one part, two part, there we go. Alright, the secret seems to be pulling this back slightly. Yeah, I'm sorry, John. It's just, this isn't Florida, and that's amazing. Red hot flywheels insta cooking hot dogs. Yeah, Florida feels gross. I do not like it. Well, I mean, the worst thing about Florida is the weather. The second worst thing about Florida is that there's nothing interesting to look at ever. Like, when you're driving places, it's like strip mall, strip mall, strip mall, strip mall, and there's like one of my favorite things about Reno is when I'm driving around, I'm just like, oh, the mountain is so pretty. So the weather's not good, and there's nothing visually interesting about being out and about there, and it takes, like, the traffic is awful. It takes 20 minutes to get anywhere. It doesn't matter how far it is. Like, you could be going just down the street, it'll take you 20 minutes for some inexplicable reason. It's ridiculous. Oh, and Michelle just posted in chat about it rains 300 days a year. Accurate. So I was in Florida because I was going to college in Florida, and I rode my bike to class every day. And every day, right before class got out, it would rain. It would stop before I'd ride home, which you would think would be a good thing. But no, it is so hot that I could feel the evaporation coming up from the road into my legs, and it was the grossest thing. It was just disgusting. Ryan, thank you for watching that video. That was so the 10 Strife mod video. 5 hours is a long time to stream, but it was really, really fun just to both hang out with friends and to do a good thing. So I'm really happy that we had the opportunity to do that. Foam Blast shirts will not be available at Foam Fest, unfortunately. We sent a couple. Oh, it's snowing. We sent a couple of things with Drac, just like stickers and small giveaway stuff. So if you check out wherever Drac is, he'll have some Foam Blast stuff with him. Yeah, I mean, shirts are big and bulky too, and he's trying not to take too many bags. The Northwest is all right. I enjoyed the little bit of time that I spent there. We've visited the Vancouver area twice, and that was pretty nice. Went up to Seattle for a wedding, and that was also nice. I think I'd go back. When you fly to a Nerf event, we take blasters with us most of the time. The important things to remember is to put the blaster itself in the checked baggage and to make sure you have any lipos on your carry-on. And that gets you through. Yeah, and taking your lipos out of your bag during security is super helpful, because otherwise they'll pull you and be like, "What's in your bag?" And you'll be like, "It's just a battery, sir." And they'll be like, "Why are there so many wires? It looks like a bomb." Are Neo Hellcats good for a rapid strike, or did the Krakens and Valkyries make them obsolete? Specs wise, you know, Neo Hellcats have higher numbers, so they'll spin up a smidge faster, but they're gonna get the same FPS as Krakens. Like, motors, with the exception of Honey Badgers, don't change FPS all that much. It's all about spin up time. What did you say when they say it looks like a bomb? They never explicitly said that to me. We've just had our bags searched every single time.
So I think it's a mixture, specifically always black.
Benefit of 3S over 2S. If you use a 3S motor, you can undervolt for lower caps, which is good. So you can have like one blaster that can fit in multiple clubs rules, which is always good. Other than that, like, it's slightly more power, slightly more you can use slightly torquier motors, I guess. It's honestly not a huge discrepancy in performance. Hammershot number 3.
Probably March.
Foam Blast is coming to the Bay Area in probably March, is what Michelle says. Yeah, right now, it's snowing right now. Holy cow!
Yeah, it's snowing.
Holy cow, it's snowing a heck of a lot. I'm gonna take a photo and then try to show stream.
Have you tested out the worker?
Oh, never mind. I can't take a photo because Windows. So someone asks if Michelle has tested, or if we have tested the Worker Hurricane. Does this answer your question? I think this probably answers the question. Alright, what did I miss? Come to Foam Fest next year. Already thinking about it for budgeting next year. Where do they sell honey badgers? Just about everywhere sells honey badgers. We actually just got them in stock yesterday, so we sell honey badgers now. So if you're in the US, Foam Blast, Luke, Containment Crew, those are the big three. All excellent vendors, in my opinion. If you're in the UK, I don't know if UK Nerf War sells honey badgers or not. He might. Worth checking if you're in the UK. If you're in Australia, Blaster Tech obviously sells honey badgers. He sells all the Australian motors. Yeah, Christian might sell them. Is it Blaster Time and Foam Focus? Is Foam Focus a website? I think Christian's in chat. Can you tell me what's the difference between Blaster Time and Foam Focus, please? I would like to know.
Foam Focus is the parent company. Blaster 10 is a daughter company, and then the other site he has is, I don't know what it is. It's hard to remember.
Okay.
It's got like 3 periods in it.
I mean, it's not any smoother or harder for full auto. It's honestly about the same. Georgia or California will be where you escape from Florida. Georgia's okay. I don't mind my Georgia visits. The people definitely help for sure. California is heckin' expensive, which is why we don't live in California. We wanted to move to the Bay Area, but then we were like, rent and traffic, no. Okay, thanks for clearing that up, Blaster Time. I appreciate that. What are we doing to the Hammershots? It is just a spring replacement. I'm also greasing the plunger tube a little bit. These are going to be loner, that's the word I'm looking for, loner blasters for our Reno Nerf Club. Whoa. My camera cord just fell down. Yay. Please let me know what you think about the adapter when we see it. Alright, good night, Lowrine. I will tell you my thoughts. Preemptively, I'm going to just go ahead and say it's probably silly because I'm assuming it right out the top and that just looks ridiculous, but ridiculous isn't bad in Nerf. Hello, Darth Nick's daughter. Definitely appreciate the love. Wondering why you don't see more modulus long strikes. No, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've seen it in a store. Is it a Target exclusive? Because we haven't been to Target in a while.
I think it might be Amazon.
Oh, if it's Amazon, it's definitely just price. Because screw buying blasters from Amazon.
Yeah, the Nerf Dash. I can't say that right.
Yeah, people are confirming Amazon exclusive, and that would definitely be why you don't see them. Come on. Come on out, buddy. Finland, thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry your phone is dying. Well, sorry not sorry. Thanks for joining the chat. And that's pretty clean in there. Oh, Wolfpack, have you done any nerfing in the snow? Because I haven't, and I'm interested to know how that goes because I might be this weekend. Oh, I don't want to clean my finger yet. I still gotta get inside the plunger tube. Haven't played much, gonna do an Air Force soon. Yeah, I hope you have fun, because it seems like a lot of fun. I know I've watched I think I've watched a video of the Pacific Northwest group doing a snow game. Or maybe I made it up in my mind and it's just a very vivid hallucination. But it sounds like a very, very fun time. Yeah, I'm not too worried about... Oh, weird. This one comes with a pad, and the other ones did not. That's weird. Hey, hon. Does our listing say that the, that it includes a pad?
Probably not. That sounds new.
I think this is new.
Yeah.
Check if it's the right spring. Hammershot, hammershot, hammershot.
I think we should take all of our white cards out of
I mean, it looks like it'll fit. And this seems about the right size for the top, so whatever. I'm gonna use it. I probably should have cleaned the top of this first, actually. Yeah, because it's all gross. Yeah, I have to clean the front of this, and then I'll super glue it on because it doesn't even touch everything. And that's not very sticky in the first place. Played 1-on-1 game in the snow. Ooh, yeah, I would not play an NIC game with homemade darts in the snow. There's no way. So the cold just, yeah, it makes everything hurt way worse. Like, just knocking my fingers on something when my fingers are cold is really, really painful. Yeah, I've opened a couple different Hammershots, and I think they've all been slightly different inside. Like, color-wise. So I'm using the silicone grease that we sell on the shop. Works pretty well. It doesn't melt the O-rings, so, you know, that's all you can ask for out of silicone grease, I suppose. I need to find the super glue. I know it's open. Alright, so we're just gonna get a thin layer. I'm putting this on the pad itself instead of on the tube because I don't want to accidentally touch the O-ring with super glue. Any plans to K26 and brass the Stratobow? Probably not. Maybe brass. But definitely not K26. Those are overkill, I think, for most applications. I don't think that I've ever liked the end result of a blaster that I've K26. I prefer a slightly lighter prime, because the performance to spring weight ratio is not linear, it's exponential. So yeah, I don't think K26 is worth it for most blasters. Like my Caliburn K25 is what I use there, and it's only hitting like 5 FPS lower or something. It's hard to remember. That was a long time ago that I tested that out. I put a K26 in my Boomco M6, and it's freaking impossible to prime. I put a Hillman 48 spring in a different one. It hits 2 FPS lower, but I can prime that one all day. Oh yeah, I definitely don't want to get shot in my cold hands. My hands are always cold. Like, it doesn't need to be snowing. Oop. Oh no. Mistakes were made. I was putting this down on the wrong side of the trigger. There we go. Whew. This spring is stronger than the other ones too. I guess that's why they included the pad. Either that, or it's not actually a Hammershot spring. Which Kridgen said is a possibility. Oh, my hands are slippery from the grease. Hello from Spain. Very cool. Hello from the United States. I think I got most of the adhesive off, so crossing my fingers that doesn't happen. Worst case, I take this apart again. So I'm really happy, like how little effort it is to get into here. Mostly just putting this piece back on, that's the most difficult part. But I think I might maybe be getting better. Good night, Red Eye. Hope you sleep well. Yep, Clowny, I'm totally with you. The K26 is overrated. People use it because people talk about it all the time, not because it's actually better. Yeah, Jessica, I do think this is a higher weight than the other ones, but I'm honestly not concerned about it breaking at all. Because if I can't fix it, I paid $2.50 for it, so. Oh well. I honestly won't be surprised if all of the blasters that I'm doing today end up broken. Just because they're going in the loaner bin. Everyone at our local club is very new to playing Nerf, like as a group. So a lot of them use our loaner blasters, and they also haven't learned, like, don't leave a blaster primed, don't dry fire. But we're working on it. We're getting there. We will make Nerfers out of them yet. What's a better alternative to the K26? The K25 is a little larger diameter, I believe, so if it'll fit, I would suggest using the K25, but that definitely won't fit in all of the same blasters. It's definitely not completely cross-compatible because of the different diameters. But the Hillman 48 from Ace Hardware, I think, is it 48? I really hope it's 48. I'm pretty sure it's the same diameter, if not like if it's not just a teeny tiny bit off. I really like that one. It's a lighter prime, but you get really similar performance. Just getting here. How many have you done so far? This is number 3. I have 2 more to go. So I figured I'll only mod half of the ones that I bought. Your ace carries a different line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like individually owned or something, so that makes sense. I'm sure there is something comparable, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Clowny, I'm actually really impressed with our group. They are, well, it's an issue. It is an issue with the loner blasters. They get a little overzealous with them, but like in general, I am impressed with our group. Everybody actually helps with the dart sweep without me like yelling at people. Ah, Clowny, yes, 49, correct, 49, not 48. I knew it was 40 something. But like they're really good about helping clean up.
They don't drop the blasters on accident. They do it on purpose. That wouldn't help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something we're gonna address in the next game, so it won't be an issue for long.
No, don't throw your blasters.
I'm not worried about it. Welcome to the chat, Nerf Pal.
Wait, Homecast is up already?
Yeah.
Next week.
No, it's Thursday. Alright, let's fire some darts. Whew. So yesterday we tested Night Owl wheels, and I wish that I knew which setup did this, because there's like a handful that are like that and the rest are totally fine. So we did Fang Vamps, Honey Badgers, both on 2S and 3S. So I don't know where that happened, because I didn't think to go and look at the darts at the end of the hallway after the chrono was finished. Yeah, Michelle doesn't like being put on the spot like that. I told her that I could do it by myself and she didn't need to worry about it, but it's okay. Let's see, oh, I turned the other way. It'll be... Okay, cameras are weird. I'm gonna try to shoot Star Wars. The Prime didn't seem significantly harder than the others, so I'm thinking that it wasn't actually a stronger spring. Any updates on the blaster parts IMR motor? I don't think so, and even if I did know, I don't think I could talk about it here.
I did say we're meeting up with Stefan.
We are meeting up with Stefan.
That's really old. Can you say it this time?
The end. He's part of a part of the reason we're going up to the Washington area to visit Luke, because Stefan's going to be there as well for some of it. Darth Nick, I'm glad you liked it. I like making people happy. Met up with Hanu and Hawkeye loaned me a Strife because I only had a stock Nemesis. I treated it like a baby. I appreciate people like you. When someone loans you something, you should be extra super duper careful with it. How come Foam Blast don't sell MTV motors or Monkey Mods motors? Well, I am going to go ahead and say that I don't trust Monkey Mods motors. I would never personally use them, so we will not sell them. MTV motors are... I mean, they're more expensive for us to get and sell. Like that's basically what it comes down to. We are selling honey badgers now, but the other niches we feel are already filled with the motors that we produce. So
We've had Neocats for a while. They just didn't sell great.
yeah, Neocats just didn't sell too good for us. But you know, you can still get them from Luke. I think you can still get them from Containment Crew. So it's not like we're depriving the U.S. of MTB motors. How long are we gonna do Nerf news? We're gonna do it until Jangular is back. So hopefully he'll be back soon, but all in time. I want him to get in a better place. Am I going the right way? Jangular is doing better. He's definitely going to his appointments. So hopefully they're on the right track there. I mean, I'm not him, and it's not really my place to speak about his medical stuff. So, but he seems to be on an upward trend. Finish my blue stripe with yellow LED, worker cage, Fang RV, and red metal wheels. That sounds sweet! I hope it treats you well. Yeah, we found Rhiny Badgers hilarious. Yeah, there can be a lot of money in a Nerf blaster. Anything like actually modded, we're much more careful about who we let use it and kind of like set ground rules about how it should be treated, like things to watch out for. But most of our loaner blasters really aren't expensive. Like we're really good at finding deals. Like these Hammershots were $2.50, so if they break, not a big deal. We buy a lot of like huge lots on Craigslist, so it's like $50 for 20 blasters, or you know. But like a blaster that I actually personally use, I would definitely like care more about who's using it. When we come to the Bay Area, can we bring cages? We'll probably bring like some of the Aurora cages, maybe worker cages if they're still in stock at that point. We're hoping that Chinese New Year didn't screw us over too badly with stock.
I told him to PM, like, for if you want something like that's really the best for it.
Honestly, yeah. That way I make sure I pack your thing specific. There was one of the Bay Area guys, every single time he'd be like, "Do you have a blue vector kit?" And I'd be like, "Did you message me?"
No, it was clear vector kit.
Was it clear?
It was Michael K.
I thought it was blue.
Like 3 months in a row. And then Drink, every single time we go, he looks at what we have and then asks for something we don't have.
Yeah, it's like we posted that we were coming and to tell us what you wanted. Why can't you just do that? Ooh. We actually have one in the works. Michelle, have you ordered that yet?
Yep.
Sweet. It's been ordered. The spacers. I'm glad you enjoy our twin format. I honestly don't understand how Jangular managed to do it alone. Like, obviously doing guest spots is really fun, but it also decreases the workload, which is really helpful because I mean I had no idea how much work it actually was to like just even just be constantly listening for new stories that exist. So, and you guys, if you hear a story, tell me. Even if it seems like it's something I would already know about, tell me anyway. Because it's seriously helpful to do a more like community-based thing. But yeah, and the guest spots are really fun. Like just to reach out to people that we know also care. Oh, why are you so difficult? The other one wasn't. Okay, that's fine. Looking forward to using Neo Hellcats. I just like seeing people that are excited about their builds, honestly. So I hope they work out super well for you. And you should buy a motor cover from Greehuskier because he makes cool looking motor covers. Rainbow Foam Blast shirts and Mr. Nathan patches. Are Mr. Nathan patches one of the ones that's already been ordered?
I don't know.
We ordered 6 patches. They have our money. We are waiting on delivery. I don't remember which 6 they were. But the rainbow, we had a handful of Rainbow Foam Blast shirts at last year's End War, and they sold out. It was really awesome. It makes me really happy that people like the rainbow logo because it was just, you know, fun to make. I like it. I'm afraid clear metal doesn't exist.
Look into my eyes and don't be shy. Feel the music in your blood tonight. Feel the rhythm in my bones. What do you say? I don't know. Nah, I can't hear you out. Yeah.
This is like the first song that I noticed had lyrics. I really like this Pretzel Rocks thing because we're leaving this stream up on YouTube after it's done. We don't want to get any copyright strikes, and Pretzel is all copyright-free music. So like it's all stuff that I've never heard of and never would have gotten to listen to otherwise, and it's just like a continuous stream. You basically pick a mood. So right now I think we're listening to Happy. The only one I really don't like is the chiptune one. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me that they think chiptune is great. I just can't handle it. Oop. Forgot to move the trigger again. Yeah, I don't think See, I understand that some people are all about that bling when it comes to their sweet, like, custom machined cages, and I am cheap. Nobody's wrong. We're just different. Good night, Gustav. Someone earlier asked about beginner-friendly mods. I've been on here for 2 hours, not completely focused. I've been talking a lot, and I've done buttoning up number 4 right now. So, wait, is it 2 hours or has it only been 45 minutes? I don't know when we started. So I would say this qualifies as beginner-friendly. Especially considering I had never opened a Hammershot before. I actually don't do a lot of modding, guys. I help with our testing. I put the cages together, and then I run around and I play. Yeah, no, we're not selling printed cages. We're extraordinarily bad at keeping up with our printed products stock in the first place, just because we really don't like printing. Can you do a single stress test on the new worker cage to see if it's actual polycarb? I think I actually do have one of those sitting aside right now that we need to test along with the new wheels. Yeah, but I mean,
I don't even know how we do that, like, reliably,
yeah.
And be able to calculate that. Like, it's not worth my time researching it. Something that
I mean, it's just gonna go through the normal, like...
Yeah, the normal... Yeah, we're not gonna, like, try and calculate whether it's actually rehabilitated.
Yeah.
They don't normally lie about materials.
We don't have the equipment necessary to measure such a thing either. We can only say, like, if it worked or didn't work. Oops. I think this one might be cross-threaded a little bit. Cleaning the supports off printed cages sucks for mass production. Yes, you would be correct. That is not fun at all. Doing the supports is really annoying, and also making sure that the holes are bored out enough, which, you know, if we were making it for mass production, we would tweak the file so that it actually works correctly on our printer. LFP's files we find are a little small in all of the holes, so we have to go through and what's this thing called? Deburr. We have to go through and deburr like every hole to make anything fit, which is annoying. But since we're not doing mass production, it's only annoying a handful of times, not 1,000 times.
Handful of times.
Yeah, Maybe slightly more than a handful.
Just ask Luke for his files.
We should ask Luke for his files. I believe Luke edited them to work with his printers, so it doesn't have to deburr all of the holes.
And I'm pretty sure we have the same file.
I mean, we use the same, well, we used to use the same printer. Luke upgraded. What do you think about the Raven Cage Napton did a review on? I didn't watch that yet. Was it the Roboman one? Maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've heard, Roboman makes excellent products, but he doesn't include shell screws. Like every other cage sold includes shell screws. I don't understand why he does it differently. But I mean, I haven't watched Naptown's video specifically, but from everything I've heard about Roboman, he makes top-notch quality parts, so. Honestly, his reputation is such that I wouldn't watch a review to decide if I was going to buy it. I would just buy it. How good of an investment is one of those tiny hand drills? This thing is freaking amazing. How long have you had this, Michelle?
At least 2 years.
So it's been around at least 2 years. We use it so often. So how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 screws on a Hammershot. It takes like 2 seconds with this thing. If I use it. Yeah, you do have to be careful, and I haven't been being very careful.
Recommend buying one with a clutch.
Michelle says she recommends buying one with a clutch, which, yeah, that's a good recommendation. Faux show. What else does Roboman do? He made bolt sleds for a long shot. I think there's some kind of cylinder thing. It must be the plunger head that I'm thinking of.
I don't know what else he's done, but I think he's done more.
I'm pretty sure he's done more. I think he has a rapid strike cage, I think. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I just know that his name is always used in a positive way. It works. Last one. Woo! Sorry, didn't mean to whack the table and jiggle everything around. Should I glue on my diamond for my new worker cage? I don't know what that means. Glue on your diamond. Don't know. Q Rockpod is asking the chat, what springers are you guys excited for this year? Personally, I'm excited for the Megalodon. I like Mega Blasters. They're so dumb. And that's not a bad thing in Nerf. RZ Writer, thank you for the Nerf news compliment. We so appreciate everyone that we're really happy that everyone liked it and no one's like, you're stealing it from Jangular or anything like that, because we're gonna give it back. We promise we're gonna give it back. Jangular, go back.
Yes, we ship.
Need to buy motors from somewhere. Steam Fingers Michelle 2.0. Yeah, so getting our motors internationally, we do ship internationally, but paying for international shipping is stupid if you don't have to. UK Nerf War stocks our motors if it's cheaper from the UK. Blaster Time stocks our motors if you can get them from Netherlands cheaply. And Blastertech stocks some of our motors if you're in Australia.
Yep.
I don't think we have anyone in Germany, but Blaster Time in the Netherlands does have our motors. That might be your best bet. Edscar, that is a good question. Why doesn't the Megalodon come with Acumegas? I want to get my hands on some, and I'm really upset that I haven't yet. I wish that they did. Alright, back to unscrewing all the things. Whee! I guess I don't see the point in using non-Nerf specific motors for our hobby at this point. If you're planning on, you know, if you even think that you might be continuing along your modding journey and doing more than one blaster, a LiPo and a LiPo charger is not a large investment. And when you can get a Michelle 2.0 for $3, it's also not a large investment. And you know, it's something that's been definitely tested to, you know, our hobby's spec.
I think the Tamiya motors have metal brushes too. They don't use the carbon. So like they're gonna wear out super fast.
Michelle says that Tamiya motors will probably wear out faster because different material on the brushes. Metal brushes instead of carbon, which is what we... Michelle's the one who knows things. I just repeat them. Yeah, I don't understand what happened to the Acumegas. I found out about them too late. I'm very sad. Yeah, and the draw is what makes them unsafe on IMRs and why we suggest going straight to LiPo anyway.
We never bought one.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Why didn't we buy one?
I'll buy one next time I'm at Walmart because I've been wanting one anyway.
They still have them.
They do.
Have some, did they?
Yeah.
Because they were selling that package with the craft in the darts. 100 darts.
I mean, I think it does come with like 100 darts, and it's like $20,
Yeah.
something like that.
Remember the one time we told people in line, like, they made a choice?
Yeah. We, when we're at Walmart or Target in the... Alright, when we're at Walmart or Target in the Nerf aisle, we try to...
Where do you put it in that window?
Oh, it went that way. It's just a spring, so it's gonna be gone anyway. Alright, here's another one that has the pad. Surprise pad. Biggest issue I have is trying to do upgrades for a different application where stock form factors and must and things that LiPos aren't allowed. You can definitely keep it So if your rules that are lipos are dangerous, that's a dumb rule, and you definitely need to talk to your organizer and talk some sense into them, because that's just stupid.
That's really stupid.
Yeah, like, that's really dumb.
Like, if it's not allowed because they don't want people getting over a certain amount of performance, that's still dumb.
Yeah, if it's because of performance reasons, it's a stupid rule. If it's because lipos are scary, it's a stupid rule. And you can keep the stock form factor with the lipo. A lot of the 2S ones are super duper small, and we just bought 3S that Luke started carrying. Do I have it near me? I don't know where it went. But Luke started carrying a 3S that's like super duper itty bitty. Yeah, check out Out of Darts. He has a 0.95, I think it's 65C? Is that right? It's a 3S LiPo and it has the XT60 connector on it, and I'm excited to put that in a Falcon, maybe Falcon. My dad doesn't trust N-Strike because you think they might hack his credit card and take all the money. Well, I can't exactly recommend NF Strike. They take a lifetime to get here. Their customer service is, to put it nicely, subpar. And they have personally gypped us. Like, hey, Just Jolt is here. Thank you for the donation. It has been a while since I said it out loud. The donations are going to go to help pay for insurance for Bay Area Foam Sports, which is the Bay Area 5v5 league, which is super duper fine. Shouldn't do this yet because I need to do the pad. Dang it. Also, we're matching donations for that. Ooh, $21 shipping for, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Do you, Wicto, if you know of any, Nerf businesses in Germany, or in Poland, or wherever is a better place for people like you to buy from, please send Foam Blast a message on Facebook, letting us know who they are so that we can contact them and see if they can start carrying our motors, because paying for international shipping is dumb. Do we have a good 3S recommendation for the Hurricane that fits, Michelle? Is that a thing you know of? No. I think when we were doing our Hurricane testing, we were just letting the battery dangle out the bottom. Oh yeah, Michelle's gonna make a grip extension so that hopefully we'll find a battery that fits.
Well, they are kids' toys.
What are we talking about? Yeah, to be fair, they are kids' toys, but, you know, who says you have to be a kid? Jerks. Only jerks say you have to be a kid. Alright, so I should get some of this lube off, which would work better with... Can you grab me some rubbing alcohol? Rude? Oh, you have a cat on your lap. Yep.
I'm looking to see if I have a wipe on my desk. I have some wipes. Will that work? Add little wipes for?
Probably, yeah. Oh, Jesus. You should feature the brushless motor community in your weekly Nerf videos. Where do I find said brushless Nerf community so I can keep an eye on them for news? Expanding my sources is definitely something I'm interested in doing, so I do want to know.
You should plug them.
Michelle's saying I should plug the super chats again. Any super chat is going to go to the Bay Area Foam Sports to help pay for insurance expenses for the upcoming season. It's the 5v5 league for the Bay Area. Jengular runs it, and it is a ton of fun. And if you live in the Bay Area, even if you don't have time to like the time commitment to join a team, because we do want to keep it regular teams every week, so we can have an actual tournament-based format, still come out, because A, it's fun to watch, and B, people always need subs.
Also,
we're matching donations for any super chats. What did I miss? They have a 150 FPS cap, plus it's full of a bunch of kids. And your US hurricane was causing... Yeah, that's dumb. Do they have a chrono? Because if it's just the cap, then... I don't know. I feel like... I feel like a lot of events are run by people living in the past. And that is a problem. Ultrasonic 2 has a YouTube channel and Facebook page called Make Stuff Awesome. Can you write that down for me, love?
I'm already on it.
Okay, thank you.
I just don't follow it that closely, so I'm terrible.
Yep. We'll try to keep an eye on that from now on. And also, speaking of Nerf news, I really appreciate when people send me links to stories that they found that, you know, I may not have seen, maybe I have seen it. Anyway, community sourcing, why can't I open this? Community sourcing is super duper helpful for finding the stories that we talk about. I think I glued the lid to the super glue on. Rip. Time for this super glue. Where in the Bay you live in San Jose? It is mostly in San Jose, actually. The majority of our games are in San Jose.
He said he met us at
Oh, yay! Ragnarok was so fun. I love being able to meet everybody. I mean, that's honestly, like, that's my favorite part of, like, the bit of traveling that we do for Nerf. Like, End War FoamCon is the best part. Like, it's just, it's so good to see the people that we talk to on the internet. Like, we already feel like we know each other a little bit. It's good. Super glue is not super. Correct. We do. I do happen to know my own brother.
There are many videos of him together.
There are lots of videos of me and him together. My favorite of which is when he rescued me from evil cups. That was a fun one. It was about 2 years ago. Yeah.
That's just a joke.
Just a jolt, are you ever planning on coming to the US for any of the larger events here? Because that would be super fun. Especially if it was Ragnarok Oktoberfest. Because that's closer to me.
I would collect super chats for just a Jolt Fund. Come to regular Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, the scene, the Nerf scene in the Bay Area is just ridiculous. There's like 6 different clubs. If you go to bayareanerf.com,
Yes.
there is a calendar. It's a good calendar. bayareanerf.com.
I think Evan is New Year's Ninja Day every now and then.
Addie was having fun as a Mog at Ragnar. Yeah, I was. It was a lot of walking though. We're hoping to have more volunteers this year because I walked like 20 miles that day, which is a little excessive. I'd like to not do that. Going to San Francisco next week. If you're there on the weekend, I guarantee there will be a war around somewhere. But I hope, well, more than likely there will be a war happening somewhere. And I hope that your mom's best friend gets better. What? Oh my gosh, Luna's so cute. What are we bringing to the Borst War? Are we going to the Borst War, or are we gonna not?
I mean, if we can make it up there at all.
Oh, I thought that the timing didn't line up.
We're not going to the 18th because it's the same day.
Oh, awesome!
ATZ is 23rd.
For some reason I thought we weren't going to the Borst War, and I'm so happy to learn that we are.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting. Mountains make things hard. I didn't even think about it. No. I don't. Well, Michelle says she's going to use a 2-stage hurricane, so watch out for that.
Ooh, I could bring my Eclipse Blast.
I think I want to use my Twin Shock again. That's fun. I'll probably bring something smaller too. Well, last time I brought my Caliburn and I used a Proton the whole time.
That's true. Here, you should run this.
Michelle's saying I should run this.
We have to mod it first, though. Right? We have to mod it first. Put the googly eyes on the orange.
Yes. Alright, what did I miss while I was waffling about what I was going to bring?
Waffle.
Yeah, waffling. Clowney's starting his own NIC club in central Pennsylvania, so wah! So I really hope that goes well for you because the higher end stuff is very fun. Where do we donate to get Mr. Nathan to end war? That was the last stream that we were doing that. This stream is for the Bay Area Foam Sports insurance expenses. We might, maybe closer to end war, we might go back and do Mr. Nathan again. We want to keep mixing it up, you know, not favor any one person or group. And we do plan to do more stuff for Nerf groups in the future too.
How would you classify yourself as a Nerfer? Answer that. Like,
Any chance of Foam Blast making an appearance at Jared's Epic Nerf Battle? Not this year, and maybe not, probably not the future, honestly, just because it doesn't seem like a very community-focused event. It's a Hasbro event, and I am less interested in that.
it just costs a lot.
Also, it costs a lot to go to Texas. If we did travel, I would be way more excited for if someone happened to make a war lineup in the area. I'd be way more excited to go to that war. Isn't all your hard work and money in the Hammershot kind of... Well, it's not really hard work. It's been super easy and super fast. I'm just lubing the plunger tube and then adding new spring. The reason I'm keeping the air restrictor is because these are going to be loaners for our local club, and they don't understand not to dry fire. So they're going to get broken. Like, that's just going to happen. I would just like to delay it being broken. How would we classify ourselves as nerfers? I think I would just say that I'm a player. I don't do a whole lot of modding. It's simpler. Yeah, Michelle says it's simpler than that. I'm fast. When we go to wars, occasionally I'll just charge into the objective because darts are slow and I am fast. Michelle is definitely like way more into modding than me, and she definitely plays like a heavy. I mean, lately you've been going easy on our group. Like, Michelle's been going easy on our group and only taking, you know, a handful of mags out. Normally she's totally decked and all kinds of suppressing fire. Oh geez, chat just like scrolled super fast all of a sudden. Yeah, I mostly just wanted an excuse to stream and chat with everybody. I really enjoy this. Boba Fett is behind me? Thanks for stopping by, Blaster Time. Appreciate it. Bye. We use IMAX B6 charger for Nerf lipos. The one we use is the AccuCell S60. And we sell a dumb charger that is a version of the B3, Michelle says. Yeah, she says it's a good charger though. Yeah, I definitely like to be fast and never know where I'm gonna come from. Glad I can make you feel like a hero, Brooke. I think it would be interesting to go to a LARP sometime. I have never done a LARP. Like, the closest thing I've done to a LARP is just, like, End War HVZ, which, honestly, I consider HVZ more of a LARP than a Nerf game. That's just my opinion. Yes, our AccuCell charger, its speakers are blown, so it makes terrible noises. Oh, yeah, if you call Michelle spammy, she will prove you wrong and also really be spammy. Yeah, Velocity Blasters and I are on the same page. Oh, show. Music is coming through the stream. Hopefully it's not coming through the speakers. This one's kind of like beepy and almost chiptune-y, so I'm actually going to change that to switch to the next song. I'm not enjoying that one as much. Have a mag that feeds darts like a proton pack. It doesn't really work, just because you have to get the orientation right. Thoughts on Vortex? I love it. The Proton is probably my second favorite blaster. That's the Vortex single shot pistol. So the reason I think it's fun is because everyone underestimates it, and so they just are extra embarrassed to be tagged by it. So I very much enjoy running Vortex. Most people prefer the Nitron, where it's like, you know, accuracy by volume. But I'm just weird about batteries and remembering to charge them, and why isn't this lining up right? I think this is upside down. Why are you trying to come out? What's wrong with you? There we go. Doesn't Michelle use Biohazard? Sometimes. She uses Biohazard at our local war because it's very, very so I'm gonna say low performance mod, but that does not imply that it was a low effort blaster. It was clearly a high effort blaster, quality parts, but it's a low, yeah, HVZ spec blaster. So she uses that at our local, where I run entirely stock because I don't want to scare people away. But yeah, Michelle switches up her blasters all the time. She's probably actually most known for the Desolator. The Desolator has destroyed many a nerfer. What happened?
Guys, you're a nerd boy with a nice autofocus as an install.
You know, I would love to dual-wield rapid pistols. People are already like a little afraid of me at wars just because I'm fast and unafraid. Honestly, my favorite I think the reason I'm good at Nerf is I'm not afraid to get tagged out. So like, I don't care that you're firing at me. They're Nerf darts, they're not accurate the majority of the time. So I get lucky and people attribute that to skill somehow, but I'll take it. But I would love to dual wield rapid pistols. That would be, I'd wreck. It'd be so much fun. I would only do it like one round though.
Make some sort of wing holders and bags in the back.
Yeah, speed and spam is a little overpowered, which is why well, it's not why I don't choose spammy blasters. I just generally prefer Springers more. They're just more comfortable to use. Oh, actually, I figured out what my problem is for most flywheel blasters. I hate the trigger pull. It's so long. I much prefer like a hair trigger, but to be able to do that, you know, you gotta do a lot of like weird stuff, and it has to be like an auto blaster. And it's just too much work for me to care. I think it would be cool to do one, but like I said several times, I prefer playing. Modding is definitely not why I nerf. You can figure out where Addie's gonna make her next move and when you defeat her, and also her playstyle. Yeah. Yeah, Actually, I thought it was hilarious at the Ragnar Oktoberfest test game. I brought a stock rough cut, and all I did was just run by the enemy base. Like, I was just running back and forth, just scaring them. I didn't take out anyone, but they were constantly watching for me, constantly on edge, constantly on guard, and we won.
Yeah, because of that, we were able to push it. But also,
Yeah, like all of our team pushed in.
yeah, super far.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, what I was saying though is you're not very predictable. You're very
That's
so
true.
It's not that kind of thing at all.
Yeah, Michelle says that I am not predictable in what I'm gonna do next, and I guess I do kind of have a knack for seeing when people are reloading, and I choose my charges wisely sometimes. Any update on Captain Xavier and Welcome patches? They are paid for. Now we are waiting. So, now you know as much as I do. I would also love to see Beret hitting people with bread. That would be fun. Love the camera angle switch. Yeah! I always forget to switch it though. Like, I have a hotkey on my computer, but I have to remember to use it. You know what? Yeah, I'll bring a Vortex Blaster to Borscht as well, so we can run that together. Worried about jams to semi and full auto. Also, yes, that is a concern that I have when I use them as well. My friend ran a rough cut and got 15 tags in the list game. That's pretty good. People underestimate blasters or overestimate blasters and underestimate players. I wholeheartedly disagree that you need a good blaster to be good. I don't care what the cap is. If you have, like, you could be playing at a 250 FPS war, and as long as there's some cover, a stock blaster is fine. If you're fast. If you're fast. Like, obviously that caveat is there.
Or you Oh, Just a Jolt wasn't here for Hurricane Tees.
Oh, Just Jill didn't see the Hurricane Tees? Let me switch cameras really quick again. This is a thing. Michelle's excited about it. Here, take it back. Give the other member of Phone control switching camera buttons. Yep, that would probably be a good idea, except for OBS is run on my computer, which is also this camera here. Otherwise we'd have to use multiple computers, and that's hard.
I wish the focus on the camera was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it exactly perfect.
Really want to try dual Hurricanes as a loadout? Yes, that would be fun and silly. I mean, lots of people think Nerf is a joke, and then you laugh with them and shoot them. Like, I think it definitely starts as a joke, like, but it's fun. Like, once you start playing, it's hard to stop. Just to Jill, yes, it is for dual stage motors because reasons. Remember my first war at a library where a third of our team got in an elevator and rode into the enemy base to take the flag. That's pretty funny. They'll never see it coming. Alright, this is the last one. And it fires! Dope. Cool. So, we have 5 Hammershots, complete, upgraded springs, lubed up plungers and tubes. Cool. I think I'm gonna keep talking though, because I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a good time. The mod is done, but I'm still here. Yeah, Vermin, the blaster doesn't make the player. It's also really fun to play with something that people don't think is gonna do well, because my legs are good. Oh gee, I need to stop hitting this table. It's not good. I mean, Michelle is also a wizard, though. It's true. Because you make things, and you're good at playing, and you're just a wizard.
Okay.
You're a wizard, Michelle. When I was young, I'd dodge high-powered blasters at point-blank range. That was fun. Yeah, high power at short range, you have incentive to dodge. That'll definitely make it happen. Hurricane flywheel cage is meant for, yes, the hurricane-sized flywheels for sure, because the regular flywheels will not fit. And the motors are 130s.
Huh.
Now you got Michelle thinking, can I fit normal size
I don't
wheels?
think you
But
can, because the pusher stroke is too short.
I don't think she can. Yes, it is really satisfying. I've never...
Says your camera's too stable.
Is that better? Oh. It feels good that I did 5 blasters in one day. That never happens. Satisfying when you have all the screws still. I lost one. One of these is missing 1 screw, but I think we'll live. Oh, the Thunderbow is so fun. I love the Thunderbow. I want to see what will Rhino motor do on 41.5 with worker wheels. I mean, the original Rhino will jam, and the Neo Rhino will do the same as any other motor. It'll be fine. What are you saying? She's just whispering over there. Mr. Jolt approves of shaky cam. I'm glad. I learned from the best. Oh, I hit my mic. I apologize for hitting my mic. That probably sounded awful. Magnetic screwball from Harbor Freight. We use these magnet pads that we got at a it was like a electronics overstock store. They just had a bunch of random materials also, so these magnetic pads are what we use. We have some magnetic trays, but I always end up knocking them over because I'm awful. Wondering if you had to use the Fly with the World flywheels to fit dual stage. No. The micro flywheels from Fly with the World and the Night Owl Nerf ones are way too small to fit in the Hurricane. Like, they won't even touch the dart small.
We're calling those micro.
Yeah.
I feel like we're calling the worker ones.
Alright. So, Michelle and I are starting new terminology. If someone just says flywheels, they mean like regular normal size flywheels. Someone says mini wheels, they mean the Hurricane size wheels, which is like a in-between. If someone says micro wheels, That's Fly With the World and the Night Owl. I should slap a... What are you slapping things on? Red Roy, what are you talking about? No dry fire. Got it. Yeah, I will be marking these somehow. I haven't figured out how yet, though. In before nano wheels, yeah. Everything's getting smaller. Actually, while I have several people here, I have a question for you. In, like, flagship blasters like the Strife and the Rapid Strike, it's been popular lately to switch those over to short darts, and I'm wondering what the logic behind that is. Do any of you do that? And if so, why? Because I'm not sure if people are doing it just because they can, or because better accuracy. I'll have to test that. More stable at higher velocities. Cool. So we'll have to add accuracy testing to our list of things to test.
Oh, it's just expensive.
I know it is.
That's the machine I want to buy. It's expensive.
Because I had already thought that short darts will inherently get less FPS in flywheels than full length things, and when we tested we did some testing yesterday and found that was definitely true. It was like 20. Oh, I have the numbers here.
Yeah, I mean that's what micro is fair.
Yeah, but I mean I feel like that should hold over to regular flywheels too, right? Like if it's not touching, like you're gonna get most of your speed from the tip hitting the flywheel, but having that extra push from having that much foam, you know? Cool, so people are thinking it's more accurate. We haven't actually done it, like, in a real blaster. Like, we were testing on this thing. Which is silly. Yeah, but I mean, doing it just because you can is also a valid reason. Another valid reason I thought of would be if you can carry twice as much ammo on you, it doesn't matter if it actually works better because you have more and you can shoot more. So we're thinking the whirlybird less. That, I think, would make sense. Will this make short darts work well with 2-stage? What is this? Looking back in the chat. I wouldn't use instantanos in a 41.5 gauge. I think they'll flex too much. What is happening? Can you answer this, Michelle? Having the same ammo and it being shareable, yeah, that's a really good reason too, actually. Especially for like 5v5 style games with the dart caps, like the Ion Rush and King of the Hill, Quick Flag. Yeah, that is really a really valid point. Yeah, I just knew that it was popular. Lots of people were doing it, but I haven't heard much about anybody's results or experiences or reasons. So that's why I ask, because I legit had no idea. I mean, I also thought it was neat, and if I were to use flywheels, I think I'd want to give it a try. At the very least, you know. Trying new things is fun. But this thing is so stupid. The battery just sort of hangs out of the bottom, and we hand-fed darts. Will we be going to WVZ? Probably not. We've got several trips planned for this year already, and that plus the wedding is just like, it's a lot of money. Will we be going... See, I don't think this is safe to run at a war because, like the afterburner jolt, which I thought was also up here. So, like, this one, you have to stick your finger in the flywheels to get it to load, but at least the flywheels probably aren't running at the time. If you're overzealous feeding this thing, you could just be like, wah! And then you've jammed it with your finger. Yeah, we're also really excited for the wedding. Very excited. And yes, this is obviously the best jolt in the world, some might say. I like chatting. Is it just a jolt? It's more than a jolt. It's such a fun blaster. I think I used it maybe for a round. I think I used it at Fort Borst last time we were there for a pistol round, and it was, I think we played freeze tag. It was fun. I lost, but it was fun. I really like those pistol rounds. They're a good time. Is running stock flywheels in a 3D printed OFP cage and Michelle 2.0 motors worth it, or should I invest in dedicated flywheels? Dedicated flywheels are going to give you better performance, but I mean, it all depends on what sort of performance range you're aiming for in the first place. It's going to be a little louder than dedicated flywheels probably. But you've got the, if you're getting the cage and the motors already, there's nothing stopping you from, you know, reinstalling flywheels later. Whereas if you had the motors and the flywheels, you'd need to take them off to get a new cage, and you don't want to do that. Always upgrade the cage and the motors first. So.
I'll be back later.
Okay. Tags or something like the silly blasters are better than a standard loadout. Yeah, they feel so much better because you know because that just proves that it's not about the blaster, it's about the player, and you can feel good about you, and that is a good feeling. Okay, so I have 20 minutes until I have to pack orders for today. Do I have to prepare anything before I pack orders? Don't think so. Spent 3 days working on a full-length breach for a stampede, gave up, switched for a stock breach, put the breach in another stampede, and it worked flawlessly. Because of course it did. So, taking a blaster apart and putting it back together and then it just magically works is the Nerf equivalent of, did you try turning it off and on again? So it just fixes things sometimes. No one knows why. Thunderbolt at Fort Borst as well as Vortex, gonna be a silly war. Yes, and Fort Borst is like a perfect place for silly blasters. Like, the trees actually make really great cover, and there's so many other people with, and a lot of you like have some pretty good modded blasters, so everyone has their eyes on those specific blasters, and so there's a lot of distractions happening as well as good cover. It is a great war for silly blasters. Alright, Just Jolt says good night. Oh no! Poor Joltlet number 2. I hope they get better. Thanks for popping in. I enjoyed it. One more camera shake just for you. I need to make an online chart of cage and wheels and motors equals FPS. We do have some of the data to contribute to that. The issue is, it's going to be a little different depending on what darts you're using, so that would need to be included too. And there's so many factors when it comes into chrono testing. It's kind of ridiculous. How is the customer service, T-Rex? Well, I haven't heard from her in a while. I've had to do a couple emails, so maybe you should ask Brett. Watch Brett's channel. His Valentine's Day special. What motors and flywheels would you recommend for a 2-stage demolisher? So we haven't done a ton of testing on dual stage stuff. I think that it would make more sense to have your RPM amp up as it goes. So I feel like something like Krakens would be great for a first stage, and then Fang Revamps for a second stage, but do it all on 3S. That would be my suggestion. But I don't have any clue how like different crushes or different flywheels would affect anything. Like there's so many variables there. Fang Revamps or Krakens? Honestly, it's going to depend on, do you want to use a 2S or a 3S motor or battery. The pros of a 2S are just that the battery is a little bit smaller. You can fit it in some more spaces without doing a whole lot of like battery door shenanigans. But if you do Krakens and you have like a really high FPS for one war, you can also just plug in a 2S and have a lower FPS for a lower FPS war. So it's all about what you're going to do with it. There's not a best for everyone. There's only a best for you. Thank you, Vermin. I mean, obviously we're going to keep doing This Week in Nerf every week. We're trying to film more tutorial-y videos. We have like a ridiculous list. As well as these live streams are super fun, and I love talking to everybody. And Benjamin Teague just asked, how goes the live stream? And I think I just said, awesome, and I love talking to everybody. Yeah, Broke Nerfing is correct. My favorite blaster is the Twin Shock, just because it is giant and dramatic and ridiculous. Jay is asking how fast is our shipping. Our local post office is the regional hub, so typically a day faster than everybody else. Most of the time, people in the continental US will get our packages within 2 or 3 days, even if they do first class shipping, which is pretty cool. International shipping is always... Luna, get down. I gotta get my cat down. She's like... Ugh. Get down. Oh, she was on a desk she wasn't supposed to be at. What was I saying? Fatality. I don't remember what I was saying. I'm sorry. She's a bad cat. She was up on a desk she's not supposed to be at. Oh, I was talking about shipping. Yeah, international shipping is always a pain in the butt. It takes 2 to 3 weeks, depending on, you know, what customs feels like doing, I guess. International shipping is awful. Takes way too long. Yeah, we're really lucky to have the regional hub like right down the street. It's pretty great. What modifications do you have to do to the Hailfire to put the sledgehammer kit in it? Is that something that we did? Because I don't remember doing that. Michelle's Hailfire is a 2-stage that she did like 5 years ago or something with like Falcons when they just came out, or not when they just came out, like before all the Nerf specific motors and stuff came out. So it's like stock cage, stock flywheels, Falcon motors. Could you make a Nerf Strife mod with MTB Neo Rhino motors? Yes, you can. It's the same as with any other motor. The motor doesn't change very much at all. When you're picking motors, literally the only thing that, not literally the only thing, the main thing to be aware of is what crush cage you have. If you have a stock crush or a 43mm cage, Michelle 2.0's original Rhinos, and Valkyries are gonna work excellent. Anything higher crush than that, more crush than that, you're gonna want to step it up a bit. Fangry Vamps. What's the Out of Darts one that we freaking produced? My brain is dead. Krakens. And Neo Rhinos, Neo Hellcats. Those. You need those for the higher crush builds. So that's really the only like super duper important thing when picking motors. Obviously 180s need shell cut, so take that into account, and then it's just, so I want a 2S or a 3S, and you waffle around with that for a while. Talking to Michelle about selling better rail flashlights. Interesting. I think that would be a good idea, because I know there are several LARPers that buy stuff from us, so always good to have more things. Luna, what are you doing? She's like playing in the closet drape thing. That's fun. Great knockoff elite darts you can get for cheap. Not really a fan of any of the elite style ones, just because when you're buying knockoff darts, it's usually from China, and their listings are not very descriptive about what they are. So you don't want to accidentally get FPJs. I personally do not like Vowberries at all. So I would suggest getting AccuFakes, Adventure Force darts from Walmart. Those are much better. Yeah, the elite fakes are more like Vowberries. Yeah, I don't like Vowberries. They're still like sort of hard-ish. Like they don't. It's not hard enough that I feel like it's a safety issue, like I do with FPJs, where like it just hurts more to get shot with an FPJ than with an elite dart. But I've noticed that the Vowberries that we have are like melted on the side of the tips from flywheel blasters. So I don't think it's good for the blasters, and I am afraid to use them, and I don't think that anyone should use elite style stuff anyway. NF Strike has Whirlwind Megas. Neat! I'll remember why you refuse to buy from them. Yeah, I really don't like buying from them. I only do it when, like, there's literally no other option. Valkyries 42.5 and white worker wheels worked great. Yeah, I'm glad it worked really well for you. I do caution people a little bit with the Valkyries and the Michelle 2.0s on 42.5. They do work and they do function, but if you start doing full auto, or if you get spammy, or if you're playing like in a really hot day in a hot climate, the motors start to heat up and then they can't produce the torque it takes to clear dart. So if you're like conservative with your shots, it works fine. Do we do commissions? No, we do not do commissions. There's a lot of risk when you put a blaster in someone's hands that you don't know. Like, you don't know how they're gonna treat it. Also, all the things we do between our day jobs and YouTube and doing testing and running the shop, and then, you know, having a little bit of free time to ourselves, what we would charge, no one would pay that. The only blasters that Michelle and I have made for other people have been things that they've been gifts. No one has ever paid us for a blaster. They've all been gifts. But yeah, I don't think that anybody would ever pay what we would charge to do something that we're not that interested in doing, you know? FPGA will burn out your motors in any high crush setup. Correct. That is why I recommend against FPGAs everywhere all the time. I don't think that Nerf clubs should have any in their loaner bins. Like, that's how bad I think it is. I think they should be purged from the community. They're a risk. Not only, like, it's not just people getting hit by them. They destroy blasters, and it's not good. They should be purged from the community. Alright. 5 minutes until my packing alarm goes off, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream so I can get all the packing slips ready and stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. I had a great time. We got 5 Hammershots done, so that was easy. If anybody knows what's a good use for stock Hammershot springs, let me know. Message Phone Blast. If you see something that is newsworthy and you think should be on This Week in Nerf, please message me on... I'm on Discord as CheeseWhiz, but I'm also, you know, Phone Blast Facebook page is a really good way to get in contact. Thank you guys for coming by. Mwah! Now I remember how to stop the stream.